everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited to be bringing you this one. This is the Take 5 art for the month of April 2021. And the prompts are brought to us today by the lovely Ree from Mrs. C Scraps. I miss you, Ree. How are you? I love these prompts, and I love my art that came out of it. So thank you so much. Really had a good time with this one. You really challenged me with the embossing, and I'm so glad you did because the results are just amazing. So so I've started off with this canvas that I had previously prepared for another class, which I never did get to. And all it is just an A4 canvas that has little bits of paper. So dictionary paper, music paper, and a little bit of napkin, all Mod Podged on and then allowed to dry. So all I did was I then put a little bit of gesso on just to take the background out, and grabbing my Stabilo All pencil here, and I decided that I am going to be drawing a girl. I'm a storyteller, and I have all these stories inside me, and I feel like different parts of me tell me different stories. So as I create this girl, I am in this really reflective mood. I used the prompt of reflection as a sort of a theme, like a headspace, so to speak. I am thinking of how balanced I get when I do my self-care, like every morning, when I do my meditations, when I do my exercise, when I do my prayers, I get into this really good headspace. And from that headspace, I just go ahead and do what I need to do for the day. I just know what I need to do. As opposed to when I don't do my self-care routine in the morning, I am all over the place. I'm not even really mindful of what I'm doing. I'm just thinking about quickly hurrying this up so I can move on to the next task, and then on to the next. And it just seems that I am ticking off a list of things to do instead of really being grateful for what I'm doing and the purpose of what I'm doing. So I have decided to adopt this new way of being, and I'm so grateful to be at the stage because really it's been a long time coming. I recognize my source of anxiety as just not being able to be calm. It's been about a year now of developing a morning self-care routine. Actually, the turning point for me was being brave enough to approach work and shift my schedule from 7 a.m. starts to 3 p.m. starts. That was the first step, to tell you the truth. I've been doing all my life doing things for other people and never for myself. So giving myself permission to be and to just honor myself has been the game changer and has ultimately been the gift I've given myself to heal myself from my anxiety. That took courage, saying that, as a high achiever, that took a lot of courage. So thank you. Thank you for holding the space. So as you see here, I was battling with her face. I decided to go back to just a blank canvas and put in the color of her hair. I decided to choose purple because that was the existing color of the napkin, the flower on the napkin. And for my prompt of something recycled from nature, this is a frangipani that I have dried for surely it's been a year. I had it in an old dictionary and it's perfectly flat. So I've decided to put that there on her neck. So that's going to be sort of like her necklace. Next, I am going back in to put in some facial features. In the end, she was telling me that her eyes were closed in reflection. So next I'm coming in with my Stabilo Woodies and just adding a little bit of color. One of the prompts from Marie this month was blending, and you know what? I blended all throughout this project. There was a lot of blending of the Stabilo ink. It's an ink pen. Well, it's the pigment, and it creates like an inky flow. So yeah, there was a lot of blending, a lot of shading, and yeah, it really pushed me, and I'm grateful for that, you know, because the product, the end product is pretty amazing. So next is I'm just putting down the recycled element from nature, which is my frangipani flower. All I'm doing is putting a layer of Mod Podge down and then very gently putting a layer of Mod Podge on top. After the Mod Podge has dried, I'm going to add sort of like chain links all around to make it look like it's a necklace all around her neck. So next I thought I've got some more elements here that I had also dried. This is a little bit of a, like a, I guess part of a branch from my tipuana in my backyard. I love this tree. We put this tree in from very young, and it's now 17 years old, and it is flowy and it's beautiful and it's green and it moves and sings and dances when the afternoon breeze comes in. So I wanted to kind of honor her. And I also have a little bit of geranium here. This was a cutting given to me by my elderly neighbor who has now passed on, and she is now sort of firmly embedded in this artwork. So that gives me a lot of love and joy. The final prompt of embossing. Oh my goodness. Embossing is one of my most favorite things. So this is Versamark, and all I did was I just scraped it on the side there. I added some really fine gold embossing powder. I heated it up, and I love that magic of watching embossing powder set with heat. And yeah, as soon as it melts, I imprinted a stamp, and you can see the script stamp coming in through the gold, which is just so much fun. And so from there, it was like an addiction. Well, I grabbed a leaf stamp and I thought it would be lovely to emboss that. So what I did was I stamped the leaf into the Versamark, then added green embossing powder, then heated that up, so I love how that looked. Then I did the same thing with gold near the frangipani that I put down, and that looked amazing. Then I sort of went all around the top corners, and I added both green embossed leaf and gold embossed leaf, so it just looked like there was embossing coming in from every corner. Then I went around with the Versamark all around the edges and added gold embossing powder, and then I added the stamp script so that there was just that little bit of texture, which was totally amazing. Then I decided to add then I wanted to see the script in gold, and so that's what I did. I pressed the stamp into the Versamark, added it all over the canvas, then I added the embossing powder to it, and then I heat set that, and that looked amazing. And I even did it over the tipuana plant, so that looks really beautiful and it looks incorporated. Then what I did was I found a crackle stamp, and I stamped the crackle stamp in the Versamark and put it over her hair, and then I added the gold to it, and it just looked amazing as the contrast between the gold and the purple through her hair just looks so spiritual for me. So for me, the color purple represents the crown chakra, which is your connection to the universe and to heaven and to God. And then I felt like that gold crackle was like your aura going all around you and protecting you, and keeping away the negativity and keeping in the positivity from your own heart. So it just turned out to be the most spiritual piece that I've ever made. And I just felt so in flow and so creative while I was making this. And of course, as I was making it, the word balance just came out because I felt like I was really balanced and that I had created this beautiful piece, and I felt really connected to who I was and what my message was for the art piece. So the word balance came up for me and it just felt right. So I added the words with my stickers, and yeah, that's pretty much it for my project today. If you enjoyed watching this, hop on over and have a look at what the other girls have done. We're using the hashtag Take5Art. I'm going to put some details below in the description box. I cannot wait to see what the other girls have done, especially what element of nature that they grabbed. And what colors they use. Really, really exciting. This is the part that I love about the Take5Art collaboration. There are 11 other girls who are doing this, so hop on over, see what they're doing, give them some love, and if you are inspired by these prompts, I would love to see what you make. Put it on Instagram and tag me. And I will have a look and I will comment and let's have a chat about your amazing project. So thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in my next video.